Gan just pulled up on GloRilla and gave her a very strong warning after she jumped her sister Tesehki. Now Glo and Tesehki got into it on the Baddies vs. Cabaret, wilding out spin-off show in Vegas. And word on the street is Glo put the pause on Saki. Apparently it all started when Ty's friend threatened to beat the baby out of one of Glo's dancers who was heavily pregnant. So after Glo's team heard about what Siki's friends said, they charged on Siki and her friends, and they all started going at each other. Now, the crazy part is Siki and Glo weren't the only ones who got into it. Jocelyn and Natalie Nunn also fought, and according to Armin Wiggins, Jocelyn was losing her mind the whole time and asking GloRilla if she had some spare nose candy to give her.
Scotty was on go, Mariah Lynn was on go, Natalie was on go, the Cabaret was fighting. It was being drunk everywhere! Everywhere! This was getting Jocelyn talking about, I love, who don't know I love GloRilla, you got a lot, you got a lot. I'm like, oh my God, this is asking for the on the TV. I'm gagging.
This is probably the most ghetto event I've heard of in years. At this point, I doubt they were ever able to do the Baddies vs. Cabaret show, because it sounds like all they did was fight the whole time anyway. This whole fiasco went down when Nick Cannon decided to bring the girls from Baddies and the girls from Jocelyn's Cabaret together for a little versus show, something similar to Wild and Out. But even before the little game could start, Jocelyn was already high on nose candy and throwing shade at Natalie and all the baddies. Apparently, Jocelyn walked into the show with a t-shirt of Natalie's OnlyFans printed on it. She started accusing Natalie of getting on OnlyFans because she was broke, and even accused her of sleeping with Scotty. Natalie then fired back when she asked Jocelyn if there was any truth to the rumors about her munching on Mona Scott's coochie. And that's when Jocelyn lost her mind and jumped on Natalie while they were fighting. Other girls from Jocelyn's Cabaret also attacked the BD's cat, and they all got to fighting each other. I'm talking wigs being snatched, girls screaming, all the get-up.
Jocelyn twirled around. They did not let Natalie get her. They did not let Natalie get her. They didn't let Natalie get her. I will say, if I'm being fair, it felt like they was holding the baddies back a little bit more. You're not going to see no video footage unless Zeus Network leak it, because they made us put our phone in that little Ziploc thing. So you're just going to have to wait for the trailer and to come out. But the game only lasted one round. But the whole thing is when the baddies came out, they was doing their thing. Jocelyn bum rushes the stage and interrupts the intro. She started breaking off nails. She started calling Natalie a. She started saying Natalie mama's a. She started talking about her fucking daddy. And Jocelyn kicked it off. She put her hands on, she like, Natalie, so she asked Natalie a question about with Scotty and having an OnlyFans. Natalie took it like a G. She took it respectfully. You play the game, you do your thing. She asked Jocelyn one question. She didn't ask her a coke question. Now, I'm not going to hold you. Natalie asked her one question about her and eating Mona Scott's and eating this, eating that. And Jocelyn just said, bow. And all the girls, it just, everybody. It was knocking after knocking after knocking. I'm like, ah! And mind you, I had a good seat because I was in the VIP. So I was up there with I saw it all. It was a lot of tea.
But that's not all, because things got even worse from here. So while all this mess was going down, one of GloRilla's very pregnant dancers also got into a fight with Psy's friend after Tesehki's friend threatened to beat her child out of her. Now it's very unclear why the friend came at Glo's dancer. But Glo's team got word, and they all rushed over there to see what the problem was. Within seconds of them getting there, Deez's team jumped on Glo's team, and they all started throwing hands.
Oh, girl, they ended up getting into a fight with Tesehki and her team, the dancers. And Tesehki's friend was like, you a day and your baby a GloRilla, you a Tesehki beating on them. I do have a little bit of video footage, but I can't post it because, girl, Tesehki busting through the wind, trying to bust through the wind. GloRilla did perform, but then her and her team end up getting into a fight with Tesehki and her team. Yes. And this is not no hearsay. I'm here. I'm here. I'm leaving now. I saw it. It ended up happening, I think, with Teseki's friend. She was already turned. I don't know. I don't want to get, but they was already talking because it was just a lot going on at once. But I do know one of Teseki's friends was getting into it with security because one of the Zeus network or one of the security guards, he had pushed her or hit her. She was trying to leave. So she was going to f off because he did hit her, no shade. And so I think she was walking off, but everybody's clearly drunk, which they was giving us. We had free liquor all night. So she walked by, and then one of GloRilla's dancers was like, "What you say? Just talking because I'm from Memphis. Don't fucking play around." What? Now I was on the way out. They wasn't letting me out because they was trying to get to Tesehki, because Tesehki was still like turned up, and they was trying to get GloRilla out because the girls was turned up. So I missed this part now, but I guess the girl that was pregnant dancer grabbed another girl that was with Tesehki by the dreads, the other dancer, and girl, all hell broke loose. So girl, they start trying to fight. Then Teseki's friend was like, "Baby, we'll tonight." Tesehki hopping over plants, beating down the fucking walls. It was going crazy. Then the nigga got involved. One of GloRilla was with GloRilla was trying to fight Teseki's girlfriend. Like her girl, yes. It was giving all of that. But the whole thing is, we were all in the section together, girl Ken. So I don't know what happened because GloRilla, everybody that was in the section was all team baddies for the most part. So girl, we were all kind of living for each other. We were kin. It was no tea. GloRilla had performed. We would sit next to each other. So I don't understand where the animosity or where the smoke came from in regards of that. But that had carried over into the parking lot, and that had just now started to cease fire.
So now not only was Natalie and Jocelyn and all those girls jumping on each other, but GloRilla's team and Tesehki team also had their own fights going on the other side of the room. Like, you cannot make this up. Natalie later went and revealed that Jocelyn was hiding behind security the entire time cause she was scared. She also blasted Zeus Network for not allowing her to get her lick back when they held her from jumping on Jocelyn. There was also a viral video of Tesehki trying to run up on Glo and her team and then jump them, but security was not rock with the BS in the video. You can hear Tesehki going off on GloRilla and calling her all sorts of names, but Glo ignored her.
Eater! 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 Yeah, a lot of down. It's called Tesehki. Eater! Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Watch out!